over the age of 30. He is 34 years old, will be an unrestricted free agent. He is the husband of Heather, the father of Hannah, and the brother of Eric and Mark.
You're gonna say Jordan Staal?
I am going to say Jordan Staal. Would
So
you be interested in a return of the Penguins' third line center from the 2009 Cup run and the last first round pick that the Penguins have owned to be higher than 14?
So I think I'd be for it. It'd be flying into the face of wanting to get a younger, faster center for this team. But man, like I said with that Nick Bonino thing, it's all of the vibes. It's all of the feels from 2009. Not even your recent memory feels, right? It is the 2009 era. It is him being the first line center in 2011 for the postseason. There's a lot of different feels that come with it. I would say no, personally, for getting the band back together never works. Never works. It just doesn't. You're right. It'd be fun. I mean, and I think the only time we're gonna all be saying yes with one voice about bringing a player back is Fleury, and that's just because we're sure he knows his role at this point. He's 38. But also B, I mean, Jordan Staal played here I was thinking about this the other day. He only played here for really 5 years, right? 6. Yes, for like 6 seasons. He's been in Carolina a lot longer than that. You know, you think he probably views Carolina more of his home than the place where he started his career. Not that he didn't have great memories or build his career in Pittsburgh here, but surely 11, 12 years removed from his last season here, I'm sure his mood has switched to, I'm now the captain of the Carolina Hurricanes. Depending on what they do this summer too, or this spring in the playoffs, they're not going to want to get rid of him either. They'll throw a blank check at him and say, we'll figure it out. You're our captain. You always did our cup for us. And now you're staying here. It's kind of a different situation than what it was in 2012.
Mm-hmm. I'm not opposed to bringing Jordan Staal back. He currently makes $6 million against the salary cap. That number is going to go down, right? He's not going to make $6 million at the age of 34. But I will say he does bring some consistent goal scoring. He's not a foot speed guy. He's never been a foot speed guy, really. He had the long strides back in 2008. The really long stick is what everybody liked to talk about for Jordan Staal. Of course, he centered that fantastic line between Kennedy and Cook. But, I mean, 17 goals this season, 17 goals last season, 16 goals the season before. He's been really good for the Carolina Hurricanes. And what has he done against the Pittsburgh Penguins every single time? He scored in the net front. What do the Pittsburgh Penguins need to do better? Score in the net front. So am I completely against Jordan Staal, even though he's at the age of 34 and you want the Pittsburgh Penguins to get younger? You want the Pittsburgh Penguins to get faster. When I look at this team and I look at the bottom 6, it's going to be hard to just make them that way. Maybe this is a transition time for the Pittsburgh Penguins bottom 6. And while Jordan Staal doesn't have the foot speed, I do think he still has the size and the talent to be a good NHL third line center. And if you're bringing him in to do that, I don't hate this move for the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's not a move I thought of before literally today, but I really wouldn't hate if they brought Jordan Staal back. Now, how does Jordan Staal feel about coming back to Pittsburgh? I don't know, because remember, it wasn't the most amicable breakup between the Penguins and Staal, but a lot of time has passed. Yeah, a lot of time has passed since then, though.
That's true too, and that's kind of why I went into that too. Like, yeah, a lot of time has passed where he's been one of the best players and one of the greatest leaders in that franchise's history. That includes the Hartford portion of that franchise. He's up there as a leader. It'd be an interesting one. I'm not totally against it either. You're right. I'm not totally against it. There are just parts that kind of make me hesitate. But I think that would just kind of go for most people, would it not?
Yeah, when you're thinking of bringing back a 34-year-old, when people already have the view of the Pittsburgh Penguins that they're old and slow, it's not going to be a good move on paper for a lot of fans to look at, because they're going to say, wow, you're bringing the band back together. Cool, I guess. But like, who asked for this? I do think that right now, Jordan Staal is a better player than Nick Bonino, though.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people were happy to see Nick Bonino back in the lineup.
We were, but we were. I just think there was also a sense of, if he's not in the lineup, he's not in the lineup. It is what it is. Until he got hurt, and then it was a little bit of a different situation. But I think it could be interesting. I'm intrigued by it, but not fully sold.